So the question was, what exercises, assistance-wise, should we be doing to benefit our main lifts? So that kind of depends on how you do the main lifts. So if you're a high bar squatter, that's going to be more quad dominant than back dominant. So if you're a high bar squatter, you would benefit from more quad emphasis exercises, such as on the high end it would be a belt squat or a leg press, depending on the stance, or a hack squat. And then you've got leg extensions, split squats, step ups, lunges, depending on how you do them. And that will carry over to the high bar squat. How much will it carry over? Not a great deal, depending on where you are in your training career, basically. So a bigger muscle has the potential to be a stronger muscle for sure, but because it's very unspecific to powerlifting, it's not going to carry over as well. That's why I say that a belt squat or a high bar hack squat, something like that, would have a higher carryover because it's more similar to the movement. Whereas a leg extension or a split squat, improving that by 10-15 kilos isn't probably going to improve your squat max. You know, if you only did split squats, you've got your split squat up 20 kilos and then went back to squatting, I would very much doubt your squat would be better, unless you're very new to the sport or new to lifting. If you're a low bar squatter, depending on your weakness by looking at your lift, i.e. do your hips rise too fast? If your hips rise too fast, chances are you've got a leg weakness because your back is going to take over. If your legs stay underneath you, i.e. knees kind of stay in a good position and you're driving upwards, but your back is rounding, in thoracic, this is very uncommon to see that, but then you've probably got a back weakness, but it's pretty uncommon to see that. Usually it's a leg weakness, even on a low bar squat. So bench, so are you ultra wide, pinky, index finger on the ring, or are you pinky on the ring or closer? If you're pinky on the ring or closer, you're going to benefit more from triceps and pec development than if you were wider. You benefit more from delts and pec development. Should you change your assistance work based on that fact? Probably not, but maybe it'd be just kind of mindful that, okay, well, I haven't done any delt work this week and I'm a wide grip bencher. Maybe you'd want to just preference that a little bit. But I mean, ultimately, with bench, you want a strong chest and big arms, big strong arms. Triceps being obviously the main driver. Again, these are all very not specific exercises, but increasing your tricep size and strength will carry over to the bench press. So again, looking at specificity, if you've got dumbbell bench and JM press and skull crushers and so on at the top, at the bottom you'd have a one arm overhead tricep extension, or a tricep push down, or a dumbbell kickback, because it's very different to the movement. So yeah, in kind of that order really. I mean, you don't want to be doing specific stuff all the time as your assistance work, because it's going to burn you out, because it's got such a high carryover. So that's why your assistance work should kind of be, on the large part, stuff which isn't too stressful. Though it will carry over more, it will also fatigue you more for that same reason. So then you get to deadlift. So again, kind of depends on where you're weak, but one of the biggest problems I think most people have with deadlift is their back isn't strong enough. If you're a sumo puller, is your conventional way behind that? That could be something. again, not for assistance work, but just as a marker of your back strength. If you are a conventional puller and your squat is a lot higher than your deadlift, or not much lower than your deadlift, you probably have strong legs and a weak back. There's obviously signs when you look at the lift as well, if you're back dominant, if the legs aren't doing much at all, or vice versa, struggle at lockout. But with deadlifts, again, you've got bent rows, Pendlay rows, and variations like that, which are going to have a high carryover, but they're going to fatigue the lower back a lot more. Even the hamstrings on some people's bent rows if you're doing them that heavy. So again, I wouldn't advise doing them more than once a week. Straight arm pull downs are absolutely fantastic in my personal opinion for cueing how to use the lats in deadlift. But yeah, again, dumbbell rows and so on, anything involving where the torso isn't supported, you're going to be using a lot more lower back, and that is going to fatigue you more. Back exercises are good to wear straps on, because fatiguing the grip really fatigues your whole body. There's a lot of muscles in the hand and forearms, and taxing them all the time is going to make you feel fatigued. And if your grip isn't an issue and you want to work the back properly, I'd wear straps. I've just got back from a back session. As you can tell, I'm covered in sweat, that you can see, and I wore straps for most of it because I was overloading the back and I don't want the grip to give out first. As far as hamstrings, glute ham raise will probably be more beneficial than a hamstring curl, probably. But again, it's not going to have a high carryover, but you do want to build meat on the hamstring. So it's all about getting reps in and building the muscle. I think, and again, you have to remember that deadlift is the lift you need actually the least muscle for. Obviously, it's always going to help, but it's the lift you need the least for, and that is why that in the bulk of the program, upper body is for assistance work is most days, because, well, that's for a few reasons. That's kind of a long answer, but basically you can recover from it a lot faster, and it's the lift that needs the most muscle mass. And the reason your back is every day, because it can recover fast, and the back is the single most important thing in powerlifting, because it will help your squat, it will help your bench, and it will help your deadlift. Because it will stabilise the spine, it will protect your spine, the lats and stabilise the spine of the spine, and it will stop you from rounding over. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'd say for assistance work. I mean, as far as body parts, if you're looking in the mirror, areas you'd like to grow should be triceps, pecs if you're a guy, your back, your quads. That's probably the main areas. Hamstrings are important too, but probably not as important as the quads, for sure. Even for a low bar squatter, you need quads. So yeah, again, I'm not saying that other areas aren't good to have, but you know, it does help to have big lats, big triceps, big quads. And obviously, focus on those things, everything else will come. But those are the main areas. And I know some of you on my stuff, my programming, have increased significant mass to those particular areas. The chest circumference, including the lats, obviously, the arms, and the quads. I like to measure up every now and again, every few months. Make sure. It just kind of, like, I'm always interested, and I grew up kind of like into bodybuilding and stuff like that, but I like to eat food too much, but I always like to know how training cycles my body's responding to a training cycle, and also if I'm in a kind of like far away from a meet, I like to really push the hypertrophy work and really try and I'm going to really try and gain half an inch in my arms. And if I say to myself I'm going to gain half an inch in my arms, I'm not going to skip assistance work, and I'm going to try it really hard. I'm going to be doing curls, banging out half reps, because I want to try and gain that half an inch, because I want to bench more. So yeah, that's kind of what I'd say for assistance.